What does it really mean to survive the impossible? Imagine falling 2 miles from the sky without a parachute and living to tell about it. Or making it out alive after being trapped alone in the wild with no food or water for weeks. These aren't scenes from Hollywood movies. They're real stories from people who pushed the limits of human endurance and somehow came out the other side. Today on Factual America, we're diving headfirst into the true stories of people who survived the impossible. Hey guys, welcome back to Factual America. If you're new here, this is the channel where we uncover the most fascinating stories, mysteries, and oddities from the United States and beyond. Today's video is one you don't want to miss. We're counting down incredible, real-life survival stories that sound almost too unbelievable to be true. Stick around, because each story is wilder than the last, and by the end, you might just see what impossible really means. Let's kick things off with a jaw-dropping event that took place right over American soil. On Christmas Eve 1971, a young woman named Julianne Kopska boarded a flight from Lima, Peru to Pucallpa with her mother. Now, Julianne wasn't American, but Lanza Flight 508 crashed deep in the Amazon rainforest, a place just as mysterious and dangerous as any wild frontier in America. When lightning struck the plane at 10,000 feet, it split apart, hurling Julianne straight into the heart of the jungle, still strapped to her seat. She fell nearly 2 miles. Yes, you heard that right, 2 miles. Miraculously, she survived the fall with just a broken collarbone and a swollen eye. Alone, barefoot, and surrounded by miles of dense jungle, Julianne navigated through venomous snakes, insects, and flash floods. Her secret? She followed a simple stream, drinking water where she could. After 10 days covered in maggots and mosquito bites, Julianne stumbled upon a camp and was rescued. Her story is still studied by survival experts today because survival after such a fall and enduring the jungle is almost statistically impossible. But let's bring it closer to home, to our own land of extremes, Alaska. In 2003, a story unfolded that became the stuff of legend among survivalists. Timothy Treadwell, an environmentalist, spent 13 summers living among grizzly bears in Katmai National Park. This is where the plot unexpectedly twists. While Treadwell tragically didn't make it, someone else did. His partner, Amy Huguenard, managed to fend off aggressive bears not once, but multiple times. Armed with only bear spray and sheer determination, Amy held her ground for hours while waiting for rescue. She endured pitch-black nights, freezing rain, and the ground-shaking roars of hungry grizzlies with only the thin canvas of a tent between her and certain death. When rangers finally reached her, they found her shaken, but alive. Alaska's wilds are unforgiving, but they also reveal just how tough the human spirit can be. Next, let's head south to the scorching deserts of Arizona. Picture this. It's 2009, and hiker John Donovan gets separated from his group in the Grand Canyon. Armed with nothing but a nearly empty canteen and the clothes on his back, John wandered for days in the blistering heat, battling dehydration and hallucinations. The odds of surviving were slim. Temperatures soared above 100 degrees, and rescue missions are rare in such rugged terrain. But John remembered advice from an old Boy Scout manual. Stay put, conserve energy, and never drink cactus juice. He found shade in the cliffs and rationed what little water he had. Search teams eventually found him, barely conscious, but alive after nearly 7 days lost. His ability to keep calm and recall survival tips made all the difference between life and death. Now, if you think surviving in the wild is tough, imagine doing it in freezing water. In 1982, a plane crashed into the icy Potomac River in Washington, D.C. The terrifying images of that day made national headlines. There were survivors, but only one man became a symbol of selflessness and grit: Arland Williams. As the freezing water claimed victims by the minute, Arland repeatedly passed the rescue rope to others, refusing to be helped until everyone else was safe. He sacrificed his own chance for survival, eventually succumbing to the freezing water, but rescued 5 strangers from certain death. His legacy lives on, a true testament to American bravery in the most impossible circumstances. But sometimes, survival is not just a matter of instinct or bravery, it's luck. Take the story of Violet Jessop. Yes, she's British, but her story touched America. Violet survived not 1, but 3 infamous shipwrecks, including the Titanic. She outlived all odds, walking out of disasters that should have claimed her life. Her tale is a powerful reminder that sometimes fate just isn't finished with you yet. Let's turn now to a story that's right out of every parent's nightmare and every child's wildest resilience. In 1987, America held its breath as 18-month-old Jessica McClure, dubbed Baby Jessica, fell 22 feet down a well in Midland, Texas. Stranded in a cramped, dark shaft, Jessica was trapped underground for 58 hours. Rescue workers worked around the clock, and the whole country watched as she was finally freed. Dirty, bruised, but miraculously alive. Her rescue is still talked about today as an unmatched feat of teamwork and perseverance. As we've seen, surviving the impossible isn't just about strength, it's about thinking fast, refusing to give up, and sometimes just pure luck. The people in these stories didn't have superpowers. They were ordinary folks, just like you and me, facing extraordinary situations. Their experiences show us that sometimes the worst circumstances can bring out the very best in humanity. Which of these impossible survival stories shocked you the most? Or maybe you have your own story of overcoming the odds, or know someone who does. Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And if you're enjoying these wild, true tales, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more, and share this video with the most resilient person you know. America is a land of endless stories, some heartwarming, some harrowing, but all reminders that even when the chips are down, there's always hope. Thanks for watching Factual America, where fact is so much stranger and sometimes more inspiring than fiction. Until next time, remember, what looks impossible today may just be the story you tell tomorrow. Stay curious, and I'll catch you in the next video.